Here we have a new 2023 Toyota 4Runner. And this one comes in the SR5 trim level. And this is a rear-wheel drive model. And then this SR5 comes in magnetic gray metallic on black fabric interior. And then our powertrain here is going to consist of a 4-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine, made it to a 5-speed automatic transmission. And that gets us 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. So as we come around to the front end here, we have our LED headlamps along with LED fog lights. And even though this body style is starting to get old, I really like how they've kept up with the updates in terms of the headlamps, making the taillights look good, etc. And then here we have 17-inch aluminum wheels. Running boards there, we get passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. And then we have all auto one-touch up and down power windows. Power door lock controls are here. And then the window lock is here. Plenty of storage in the door panels, which I like. 2 cup holders. We'll probably make that one a 3rd if you want. And then over here we have our power mirror controls, automatic high beams. We can toggle with our outlets. And then here we have our power driver's seat with power lumbar support. Now what I always like about Toyotas is that we have this nice parts content info sticker here. So you can see that this was 100% made in Japan. So surprisingly pretty good leg room for the segment. I'm 6'3" and I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size. And I can actually fit back here. My knees are just barely touching the back of this seat, but where it's so cushy right there, it's really not uncomfortable unless I throw my seats in there and I can feel the metal part. But for the most part, pretty nice. And then my feet, size 15s, they can just barely fit under there. So I can't move them, but they're there. And then we have pretty decent sized cargo pockets behind both seats. And then here we have our rear AC vents. Then we have 2 USB-C charging ports there. And then for our center seat, that folds down. And then nice cup holders there, or bottles even if you want. And one more quick look at the front from back here. And next we're gonna go ahead and check out the back in the cargo space. Once again, I like we have cup holders right there. So to the gas cap, it's your standard cap there. And then coming around to the back end, like I said, I like how they updated the tail lights to make them look, they kind of have a Euro style to me. I like that. And then we have plenty of space in the back here. And then here's that 120 volt, which we can convert to 400 watts, 3-prong household plug-in, and then a 12 volt as well. And a little storage back there. And this all-weather mat, we have that, and we can pull this up, and then we can tie things down on either side here, keep them from moving around. And then I like, if you do have the 3rd row up, you can use your cup holders and then storage pockets in here. So when these seats are actually all the way up, that turns into 2 more seats. You can have up to 7 passengers in here. It's gonna be a little difficult to do with that all-weather mat there. So we'll just hold off on that. And then let's look underneath here to look at that spare tire. So if you ever need it, there it is. But a huge shout out to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this 4Runner today. And if you want even more space, you can pull up on this here, and then that seat will fold flat. So you can actually have the third and second row fold flat, and you can fit quite a bit in here. And then you can just snap it back into place. So over here we have the window sticker. So all your standard features there, and then we have a few optional ones. Like I said, this one does have the third row in it. It just is down to use that all-weather cargo mat there. And then here's our front passenger seat. But like I said, it's still kind of held up pretty well for the most part for not having a refresh in so long. Just the overall styling of the 4Runner. But I would like to see a refresh just because I'm intrigued. But there's that 4-liter V6 mostly covered up here. And of course, like most Toyotas, this one is known for its reliability as well. Well, let's go ahead and get out of the cold here, hop in this driver's seat. So I really like this wrap steering wheel here. It feels really nice, really good grip. I'm gonna cut these lights off so we can see the screen. So over here, this is our home screen. And then we have AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. And then we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. And we can pull up our apps here. And you can download them over the Wi-Fi, which you do get a Wi-Fi hotspot. So just a few of the options there. And here's the backup camera. And down here we have our climate control. So we just have fan speed here. We can toggle where the airflow is going. By turning the knob, we can toggle the AC on and off by hitting that. And then we can hit our rear defroster there. And then we can cut the vents off. And then temperature here. USB-A input, 12 volt, little storage pocket here. And we have a cup holder here, little storage pocket there. And then we can actually roll that back window all the way down, one touch up and down, if you ever need to do that. And we have some buttons up here. This is where your traction control will actually be. And then you can set the lights to come on and off when you open the doors. Sunglasses holder there. Now for the shifter, you just hit the brake, pull it down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can come over here and manually shift the 5-speed from the shifter itself. And then just pull it all the way back up to put it in park. And then a decent sized center console cubby space with a 12 volt. Then we have a lockable glove compartment, pretty big actually. Very impressed by that. Owner's manuals are in there, and we still have plenty more space there. Like I said, you can lock it from there. Love the trim here for it to be a cheaper version. So here we have our volume controls. And then we can use this to go through our track list or radio station favorite controls here. And then we have our voice recognition button here, phone controls here, and then you can toggle between XM, Bluetooth, whatever you have up by hitting that too. And then to the right side of the steering wheel, we use these 4 arrows as well as this little check here to go through our gauge cluster, that digital part right there. Of course, there are plenty of options to what you can view. So my favorite is that one. And then you can actually kind of go all the way back by hitting that there if you get a little lost. And we can adjust the gap adjust for the pre-collision or the radar cruise control here. And then we can toggle the lane tracing here, or lane departure, excuse me. And then we have radar cruise control we can toggle right here. And we can set, resume, all that. And of course you can hold this to put it into a regular cruise control. Headlamp controls here, fog light controls here, blinker, windshield wiper controls, and then speed as you go down. And then we can toggle our back windshield wiper there. And then you can do fluid for the front. And then, I wonder how you do it for the back. I'm not sure how you do it for the back, but that's how you do it right there. Just hold down. And there's our push button start. Finally, here's our key fob. So next we're gonna go ahead and take this 4Runner SR5 out on the road for a quick test drive.